Today we are taking a look at 7 cool new things that are coming in Dragonflight patch 10.0.7, which doesn't yet have an exact release date, but it's speculated to release around spring of 2023. First of all, with any new patch there will be hotfixes and changes to various classes and specs, alterations to talent trees, and general buffs and nerfs across the board. I won't go into detail on these changes in this video, but if you want to read up on any of the data mined class and spec changes coming in patch 10.0.7, I have linked the Wowhead article in the description below for you. The first new addition to patch 10.0.7 is the return to the Forbidden Reach at endgame. The Forbidden Reach was initially only available to the Drakthir as their starting area, but in patch 10.0.7 everyone will gain access to the zone, and this is where the majority of the new open world endgame content will be. Once in the Forbidden Reach, you'll find new bonus objectives to do, new bosses to defeat, as well as daily quests, primal storms, treasures, and dragon glyphs. In a similar vein to daily quests, players will also be able to take part in a new envoy system in the Forbidden Reach by talking to one of the 4 NPCs representing the major renown factions of Dragonflight. Once you've made your choice, you will gain an extra 10% reputation bonus with the corresponding faction for the rest of the day, and the envoy NPC will also give you a faction-specific quest for you to complete. As I mentioned earlier, there are a new set of 8 dragon glyphs scattered across the Forbidden Reach for players to find and collect while dragon riding. There is a link in the description below that will show you the coordinates for each dragon glyph location in the Forbidden Reach, but once we get to patch 10.0.7, it won't be long before add-ons like Handy Notes have been updated to conveniently mark the location of each of these new dragon glyphs on your map for you. You'll need to collect all 8 dragon glyphs to be able to unlock 2 brand new dragon riding talents, those being Aerial Halt, which is an active ability that causes your dragon to flap backwards while flying to significantly reduce your speed, and secondly Airborne Recovery, a passive ability that causes your aerial halt to immediately restore 1 vigor charge when your Drake is affected by Thrill of the Skies. Next up, players will also be able to unlock and explore the Zskera Vaults on the Forbidden Reach, which is a new single-player minigame style feature that involves unlocking various vault doors and defeating mini-bosses or solving puzzles to loot treasures. In order to unlock vault doors, you'll need vault keys, which can be farmed from rares and treasures around the Forbidden Reach, but Tasha will also give you a handful of keys for free when you complete the intro questline for the vaults themselves. When exploring the vaults, you'll stumble upon the Onyx Annulet, which is a ring available to all players with 3 primordial stone gem slots on it. These gems are new to the game, and each one has a unique equip bonus to it that grants players additional powers based on which gems they choose to slot into their Annulet. There's a wide variety of gems that you can get, and they can be looted from the treasures inside the Zskera vaults. If you'd like to read up on any of these new gems' effects, I have linked the Wowhead article in the description below. While playing through the Forbidden Reach content in patch 10.0.7, players will also start looting item level 385 gear tokens from rares and treasures around the zone, which are bind on account, meaning they can be sent to your alts to funnel them catch-up gear. Much like the gear tokens from Zereth Mortis at the end of Shadowlands, players will be able to loot tokens for any gear type, regardless of their class, and it seems as though there is a token for every gear slot in the game, including necklaces, rings, trinkets, and weapons. If you end up grinding the Forbidden Reach a lot, you will likely find that you accumulate these gear tokens quite easily, so it should be a pretty achievable way of catching your alts up if you want to get them into other endgame content like raiding or Mythic Plus. Next, we are getting 2 new Heritage Armor Transmog sets in patch 10.0.7, one for humans and one for orcs, and they can each be unlocked by completing their corresponding Heritage questlines. However, these heritage sets are slightly different from previous ones like the allied races for example, because they come in a handful of different variations. Data mining has revealed different styles of the same heritage armor, which doesn't appear to be locked behind any additional questlines or features. These sets are likely not completely finished, but these are the only previews that are currently available from data mining, as the heritage questlines are not yet available on the PTR. As these are heritage armor sets, players will have to level an orc or a human from scratch to unlock the questlines at endgame if they don't have a pre-existing orc or human already. It won't be possible to race change to an orc or a human to unlock the heritage armor questlines. Speaking of orcs and humans, Blizzard have also added additional hair colour options for both races. Humans will get 4 new hair colour options for both male and female hairs: blue, green, pink, and red. You'll notice that the eyebrows are currently missing for each of these colour options, and it's likely just because Blizzard are going to make matching eyebrow colours for each of them, and they haven't been implemented yet. Orcs will also get 4 new hair colours which are slightly more similar to existing orc hair colours: blue, purple, green, and a slightly blonde version too. Another addition to patch 10.0.7 is that more races will be able to play as monks. Recently, we saw the Dragonflight pre-patch that brought every race the ability to play as priests, mages, and rogues, and now Blizzard are giving the monk class to Goblin, Lightforged Draenei, and Worgen. Once the patch releases, you'll be able to make your Goblin, Lightforged, or Worgen monk in character customization, but you will also be able to race change an existing monk if you already have one instead. Another new arrival in patch 10.0.7 will be a handful of brand new Bakar Mounts being added to the Maruk Centaur Renown faction. So far in Dragonflight, we haven't really seen very many mounts associated with the Maruk Centaur, but the Bakar Mounts come in 6 different colour variants, which is very generous given that most Renown mount models usually only come in 1 or 2 colour variants. The Bakar will be available in white, tan, light brown, warm brown, dark brown, and black. And the saddles for these mounts also change depending on which colour fur the Bakar has too, which is a nice added detail. It hasn't been confirmed just yet how you unlock any of these Bakar mounts, but since there are a variety of different colours, we can expect a handful of them to drop from different types of content. Some may be available from a vendor and require a certain renown level, some might come from world drops, and some may even come from completing a questline. So that covers most of the new features being added to patch 10.0.7. Let me know what you're most excited about in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you again very, very soon. Bye!